Hello my creative friends, it's been a while since I did a video and I thought I would film it on this card. It's a fairly easy, simple card, but in showing you this video I'll show you a little bit of my creative process and how this card came about. I knew I wanted to use the Celebration stamp set, Fresh Vintage. It's going to be ending, Celebration's going to be ending March 31st, 2012. So there's only a couple more weeks that this will be current, and then I think it'll probably be gone forever. I knew I wanted to use this, and I knew I wanted to use something from Wordplay. There's actually two. This particular stamp set comes in two packages, so I thought this is really pretty. I thought, well, I'll use these two, but then I wasn't sure which colors I wanted to use. So what I did was I knew I wanted not quite navy and probably a neutral, but I wasn't sure whether I'd use a green or a brown as a neutral or if I'd use purple or green. So I just took a bunch of markers and started coloring. Just drew a line of each close together just to see what I would like, and I kind of like all the combinations. I went with this because it's got floral design, but it's not too feminine, so it could be sent to a couple or a man in your life, male relative. So I went with this. I'm going to try it again today with the Rich Razzleberry instead of the green, which is Pear Pizzazz, but I might do this. So we'll just see what I end up with, and we'll compare the two. I haven't shown this before on my blog, so I thought I would show you how to make a standard card size. The size that fits into an A2 envelope, or Stampin' Up! I believe calls them medium envelopes. What you do is you take a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock and you cut it in half. So if you're going to cut it in half this way, you'd cut it at 5.5 inches. If you want the kind of tall, skinny tint cards that I make, you would cut it this way at 4.25 inches. So this is 8.5 by 11. I put it in the 11-inch side, put it in my cutter to 5.5 inches, lining this up 5.5 inches, and then just cut, and you get, move that full piece, two cards. Then you would just fold it. You could either score it at 4.25 or just fold it and line it up. I'm going to do the white one because I'm working with white today. I just thought that the crumb cake would be easier to see. And I often just fold it in half and take my bone folder here it is. And flatten it out. The bone folder really does make a difference, in case you wondered. Another way to see if you're going to like a color combination, especially when you have a stamp set that's got a small image, which this has several I could use. I'm going to use this little flower, and I'm going to stamp it in my 3 colors and see if I like it. So, as you can see, what I did here was I stamped each of these in the different colors full on. With this one, I stamped this full on, but these I stamped off. So I inked up the Rich Razzleberry, I stamped off, and then I stamped. Same with Pear Pizzazz. I inked up the Pear Pizzazz, stamped off on a piece of scratch paper, and stamped on there. And you can see the difference. One is a bit bolder, one's a little bit lighter. And then I came back with the crumb cake to see if I'd like the crumb cake better. Turns out that didn't make it any easier. I like the crumb cake too. So I think I'm going to go with just more of the bold look and try that and see what comes, see if I like it. I'm going to start by stamping the lighter color in this corner. So that's going to be the Pear Pizzazz in this case. And I'm just going to get this little bit of an edge here and here. You want to be sure and clean your stamp in between each color, and I'm going to build up by just doing some rich raspberry in between the greens. Alright, I think I stamped this a little too much. I should have not stamped this right here, and I could have done a little bit less blue, but it'll still work. So I'll keep going and show you what else I did. The next thing I did, I wasn't sure where I wanted to stamp the sentiment, remember when? So I just inked it up and stamped it on a piece of scratch paper and cut it out. And then you can play with it to see, do you like it like this? Do you want it to go sideways? Do you want it to kind of come in here? Now, since I inked it so high on this card, I don't have a lot of space, so I'm just going to do this right up here in this corner. But you could also, if you wanted to, cover up some of the stamping down here. You could stamp it on another piece of Whisper White and cut it out. Much better than I cut this one. So let's just do it up in this corner. Get my not quite navy. And there you have it. One, this one is soft and subtle, not as much stamping going on, and I left this white space on purpose. This is a little more bold and bright and even a little bit springy when you add in the purple color. So which one do you like better? Thank you for joining me today and just getting a little glimpse into my creative process. I hope that you spend time today developing your own creative process. Have a great day. Bye.